How is it going, everyone? Well, pricing in the games industry has been one of the top topics, and now it looks like the Switch 2 is about to get even more expensive, or the potential is certainly there, as the new tariffs that are in place has caused Nintendo to delay all Switch 2 pre-orders until further notice. They are still preparing to launch the console on June the 5th, but with the tariffs coming in place, the price point might be adjusted, and I have been led to believe that it will be adjusted, so it is going to be a pretty wild turn of events. Let us get started. Obviously, a lot of you guys, our main viewer base are PlayStation guys, but I do know some of you guys are still on PlayStation 4. Now would be a really good time to either pick up a PlayStation 5, base console, or the PS5 Pro, $700. I'm just saying, you don't want to be in a world where that's going for $1,000, with the tariffs coming in place. I don't know who's finna pay $1,000 for that, but let's just be real here. I think most of you guys, if you're still on the PlayStation 4, now is the time to upgrade to a PlayStation 5. It is still readily available, the slim model for $450 as I am recording this video, and I am sure they are about to be bought up. I'm sure a lot of people are going to be buying them in preparation of the price points potentially going up, so I would say $450 with the Astrobot bundle, with Astrobot I should say. That bundle is just fantastic, and if the tariffs would go into effect, it would lead the current PlayStation 5 Slim to go to around $700 to $750 if we're talking about, percentages, and if they're looking to have the same profit margin. So we'll see how all of that turns out. It is going to be a wild couple of months to observe, especially with how this affects gaming in totality. I've been pretty vocal about my opinion. Look, prices are gonna go up. If you think future games, GTA 6, future Sony first-party titles, major games, not every game is gonna go with this $80 price threshold. Not everybody is gonna be spending $700, $750 on new consoles, but hopefully most of you guys already have your PlayStation 5. Guess what? That's gonna keep you good until 2027, 2028, until the PlayStation 6. Do you have to get a PS6 at launch? No. The reality is, and I think so many more people are realizing this, especially our audience, there is nothing that is making you buy these games day one. I buy and play the majority of the games, or I get them sent to me because I cover them on this channel. And yes, I don't do dedicated reviews, but I just feel like for me covering video games, I should have knowledge of the major games coming out. Yes, I played Suicide Squad when it came out, and I played Avowed when it came out, and I play almost every, I can't say every, but almost every major title. But recently, I've had to bench certain games because my backlog is too crazy, and it was honestly becoming a little bit too much pressure for me. For example, I benched First Berserker Kazan, I benched Atomfall. I just cannot put those games into my play cycle right now. And then when I assess my backlog of games I want to play, games I want to replay, it's enough to last me the rest of my life, literally. And I feel like that's the case for most of you guys. And I'll say it over and over again. Again, it's fun to go on social media and people being like, oh my god, this game is out. But that lasts such a short window. That's why the fake early access is becoming so prevalent, because gaming has evolved into the, oh, what's next, what's the next big game, and that's what gains traction on social media. And you can totally understand that social media is gonna be covering the latest games, but for you as an individual, do you have to play the latest games? Do you have to have the latest console? Do you have to have a Switch 2? Do you have to have a PlayStation 6 when it comes out if the price is exorbitantly high? No! There are so many games. Is anybody really disappointed to that extent over the power of the console? Yeah, I was critical over Final Fantasy VII Rebirth on the base PlayStation 5, but at the end of the day, I'm going to be a little bit more analytical over things like that than most people. Most people played FF7 Rebirth and they didn't have that big of an issue. We don't have to go all Digital Foundry on every game. Love them as a channel, but the average person is not gonna go all Digital Foundry on every game that comes out and be like, oh, this doesn't look that good, that doesn't look good. If that is you, then by all means, buy the latest console. But let's be honest, ask yourself, are you that kind of person where you need to play every latest game, where you need to have the latest console? Probably not. Probably not. Everybody is different, and I am super blessed where I'm in this industry and I get games sent to me and all this stuff, but I can try to put myself in the shoes of the average person, and Most of you guys probably have a billion games in your backlog, and guess what? A ton of those games in your backlog are probably gonna be better than the games coming out. That is, Red Dead Redemption 2 came out in fall of 2018. For my money, nothing in the last 7 years has been as good as Red Dead Redemption 2. And you go back to 2018, Spider-Man, in my opinion, was better than Spider-Man 2. God of War 2018, in my opinion, was better than God of War Ragnarok. And that's, of course, a subjective opinion, and a lot of you guys are gonna disagree with me on that, but to me, it's not like game quality has exponentially skyrocketed where the common person has to buy every latest game. And most of you guys, we cover deals, we do everything like that, and I see in the comment section, it's like, bro, why am I gonna buy the latest games? It's also, I do see people giving up and quitting gaming, which is just crazy to me. I don't think anybody should be quitting gaming. Look at all of the great games that are available that you could buy for dirt cheap, and let's be honest, some of you guys may have played all of them, and I get it. Some of you guys are also like, the games I cover in my deals videos are crap. I see that all the time. These games are all crap, etc., etc., or I own all these games. Okay, like, there's other games that I don't mention because I am not familiar with them, and I haven't played them myself, and I'm trying to cover more games, but there's an endless supply of existing games. You could buy an older platform, you could get a decent PC and start emulating games. There's so many options where you are never going to run out of games. You are never going to run out of games to play. That is the reality of the situation. At this point, who wants to buy a Switch 2 for like $600 and then buy Cyberpunk 2077 at 30 FPS for 70 bucks, 40 FPS, whatever the case may be, at 70 bucks? If you want to do that, great, be on the Nintendo platform. Nobody is making you do that, and that's what I have to accept as well. Nobody's making anybody pay fake early access. It's just fake early access was a harbinger of all of these things to come, and tariffs obviously expediting the situation, but the more expensive games, those were always going to come, and the more expensive consoles where Sony has no competition, you already saw that with the PlayStation 5 Pro. This was always going to happen. Tariffs are going to make it worse. Let's not get it twisted here, but again, I reiterate that at this point, I just ask for those of you that are, I feel, emotionally reacting a little bit, talking about how you're gonna quit gaming. Look at your backlog. Look at all of these great games. I know there are games from the past that you absolutely loved and you want to replay. And look at the games coming out. There's a lot of great games coming out that in a year or two, they're gonna be games that are in the bargain bin or close to the bargain bin, at least not $70, $80, and you can pick them up for cheap as well. Sure, you might not want to pick up a Metal Gear Solid Delta Snake Eater for 70 bucks on launch day, but 2 years down the line when that game's $30, why not? That's gonna be a great pickup. And again, let me reiterate, nobody's making you buy these games day one. If I was the common person, and I said this before, I would probably be buying 4 to 8 games a year, and I would be tackling my backlog. I'd be buying older games, and I feel like the majority of you guys are like that these days, where, you know, be selective with the games you pick up right away, and then look at all the games that go on sale and pick them up, and there's so many opportunities to game at a budget. And even if you have the disposable income, I know a lot of you guys are in your 30s, 40s, you have, you're financially free, you can buy whatever you want. It's more of a basis on principle that you don't want to spend $600, $700 on a console and then drop 80 bucks on a game. That's fine. Go buy the games on discounts. Like, I'll bring up 13 Sentinels Aegis Rim over and over again because I know that's a game that literally 95% of people that are watching this video haven't played, goes regularly on sale for $15. Go buy that. Prey 2017, you know, I do focus on the Weeb games a lot, so let me throw out a Prey 2017, Dishonored 2, Red Faction Guerrilla Remastered Edition. As much as I hate that name, that's a great game that I'm sure a lot of you guys haven't played, and it's all of those games. There's literally hundreds and hundreds, thousands and thousands of games like that that you can pick up and play, and I get it. With social media, you know, when Stellar Blade comes out, people want to pay 70 bucks and play that right away. When Death Stranding 2 comes out, $70, play that right away. Or even the deluxe edition, I think it's $80, $90 for Death Stranding 2, play that 48 hours early. Metal Gear Solid Delta Snake Eater, pay the extra $10, play that 48 hours early. But be mindful of all of the things going on, and if your finances are limited, or just based on principle, you don't want to spend this kind of money anymore, get a PS5 for $450, get Astrobot, which is awesome, and then you have so many games that, you know, sign up for PS Plus Extra if you're just getting into gaming, because as much as I crap on it, for a newcomer, it's a great value still. So I rambled long enough. You guys get my point of this video. Yes, it sucks, but we have to assess the situation in how it's gonna fit our best interests. If you have the financial freedom, if you have the disposable income to pick up the more expensive consoles, then it doesn't matter to you. But if you're the type of person that wants to drop gaming altogether, I would question that. And for those of you that can be a little bit mindful, be mindful. Look at all the games on sale, and I'll continue covering all of that as I always do. Spring sale, wave 2 of games kicking off next Wednesday, and I'm sure there's gonna be a lot of great stuff that's on sale as a part of that. But that'll do it for me. Let me know all of your thoughts in the comment section down below. Sound off there. Thank you for watching, and goodbye. Hey guys, we hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, make sure to hit the subscribe button, and if you're already subscribed, do us a favor and hit the bell icon. This way you'll be notified whenever we post a new video. That's the best way to keep up with all of our uploads, and we usually try to upload 2 videos a day. And with the bell icon hit, you'll be notified whenever we do upload a video. As always, thanks for watching.